Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I did go ahead and name all my saboteurs. So my top three were people pleaser, stickler, and controller. So my pleaser is Cinderella.
Uh-huh.
My stickler is Bones, and if you watch the movie Bones, you know how she's a real stickler, right, for things. And then my controller is Roseanne. So this so this week was really about me. This past week was really about me noticing when I was starting to head into those different, saboteurs. So,
Mm.
the Cinderella in me wants to, fix everything in the house, make everything better. And then I have to just like mentally check, like, hey, Cindy, take a vacation. Like, doesn't not your Juliana, take a break, like move along. This they can take care of their own. And even like, like the stickler things like within our own bedroom. Like Joe has a bad habit of coming in. He's just like plopping things everywhere. And then I just want to just go behind there and just pick it all up because I just want it to be neat. But
Mhm.
it's like it's both of our spaces and he has the right to have it the way he wants, and so do I, right? To
Mhm.
be able to just like, okay, okay, come on, Bones. Like everything doesn't need to be perfect. So let's just get a grip here and walk out the door.
Yeah.
you know? Just just the little things like that. So this past week was really about being more conscious of when I'm heading into those saboteurs. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's and when you name them like names like that, then I kind of chuckle to myself, like, oh yeah, you're acting like Roseanne. So like take a chill pill, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Awesome.
that's what my week was like.
And Diana, have you used any of the PQ reps, like bringing your senses back to yourself? Has that
Yeah,
been
using
helpful?
the using like breath, like take a deep breath and just kind of sit there and just
Mhm.
relax with it. Yeah. For me, it really the breath is being conscious of the breath and doing the breath work really helps to just bring everything down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, Alejandra and Melissa. We're just recapping and sharing our wins for the week and how we've applied and embodied the tools that from our first week. And Melissa, I just see that you sent me a text message. Sorry, I didn't know. Let me check the message that you said. Oh, looking for my headphones. Okay, you got it. Awesome. Okay, anyone want to share how you've been? Oh, go ahead. I'm just gonna close my phone off. Yes, ready.
I can share one thing. So I had a really tough night over the past week and was feeling like really triggered about something. And I had a really hard time like accessing PQ. It didn't even occur to me, but I know that what I did try is I tried like to hug myself and like do butterfly tapping. Um, And honestly, I don't know if it helped because I was in such a triggered state. And I think maybe what ended up helping me really was I kind of like let it out. I was like kind of like yelling. And that actually did help me.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know what to make of it, but that's my update.
So Tiffany, were you triggered in an angry state? Did you identify the emotion that you were being triggered?
Um, I think it comes down to maybe feeling like abandoned. So anger was there, but it was probably the surface level emotion,
Mhm.
whereas like the deeper emotion was like feeling abandoned.
Mhm. Yeah. And were you able to communicate with the person that triggered you and resolve that emotion?
Um, it was, it's kind of like it was okay, okay, okay until it felt like I crossed some line inside of me, um, where I just couldn't communicate well. Like I kind of went into like a fight or flight mode.
Hmm.
And that's when I mean it's my spouse, like
Yeah.
so um, I found myself like just yelling, not out of anger, but just like a yell. And then that's when I actually started to feel better.
Do you think it was the exhale? Because it was it just like a primal kind of a thing? Like how was that?
It
What,
felt primal.
yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I was like holding my breath a lot, like
Mm.
holding it in. Yeah.
Have you done that before?
Yes. But I try not to.
Why not?
Well, actually, that's not true. Sometimes when I'm really stressed and I'm driving, I'll just scream in the
Mm.
car,
Hmm.
or like I'll make fire breath noises or like lion roar noises. And that actually seems to help me. But I try not to do it when I'm around other people because it's kind of scary, or can be seen as, scary. So like when I'm in the car, that really helps.
Hmm. Well, what about going to the bathroom and doing that? Like you could remove yourself from the environment and just release. Would that
Yeah.
be an option?
Yeah,
Because
I
it
think I
seems
could
to
try
work for
that.
you. It works for you, right?
Yeah, because I think I'm trying to do all these things to push it down,
You
and that's
are
not helping.
suppressed.
Like I'll take a shower, I'll try to do some deep breaths, but all of that is to push it down where I think it just needs to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, having the awareness around what is working is important. But also, what we're going to talk about today is being creative about exploring what else could work. What else could happen? What other results could come if I did it a little differently? And what if I didn't suppress my emotions and I let it out who I am, just be authentic with the people I love. So today, that's what we're going to be diving into. Thank you for sharing, Tiffany, because that really brings an awareness to all of us. Like when we share, we all the same. So it helps all of us grow. Thank you.
Sorry to, I just wanted to ask something that came to mind for Tiffany. I'm not sure because I believe you said you're on Oahu. Have you ever heard of Break? I think it's called Break Room in Kakako. I went a few years back with a friend for her birthday, but at that time I had a lot of suppressed emotions. And that really helped. So I don't know if that's something ever, or if you need a friend to go with you.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
said, in a few years back at the time, it really helped me. Like it gave me the safe space to like really let out a lot of anger.
Mhm.
And then it was loud, so I got to scream. Um, but every so often it kind of comes up in my mind like, oh, that would be nice to revisit, because it's like a place that it's encouraged to like let that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just
interesting.
wanted to share that with you, not like unsolicited advice, but
Yeah.
if
A
that is
Thank
resource.
something that
you.
could work for you.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
also this past weekend, Melissa and I went to a somatic breath work and that's also enabling us to release. So we build our breath up and then we get to a point where we just, wow, and it feels
Yeah.
so good, so healing. So that's another option.
Yeah. And
Thank
we wore
you.
headphones, so that also really helped us kind of stay in our own mode, if that makes sense, and kind of able to like drown out the distractions. Because I get distracted by other people's releases or
Oh,
like
yeah.
sounds. So like having the headphones and the facilitator like walking us through the breath work with music and then the release. Oh, girl, we'll keep you updated for the next one. It was just,
Please.
like it, like I still feel like the breath high of it all, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
do.
of course.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I thank you for bringing that, Melissa, because as you were talking, I thought, oh, this is related. Perfect. Yeah, there are so many resources. And after the breath work, there was some sound healing as well. So we just got to sit in the peace of it, of that release. And it was just so relaxing. So anyone else want to share what's going on this last week? No,
I
that's
think
it.
I'm still kind of feeling that like a little bit of like high release from the breath work we went to. I did notice myself feeling irritability, but I don't know if it's just like I'm just trying to be aware of the timing of it. If it's just like that time of day where there's like a lot of things to like go through the evening and like kids and all that, or like life stuff, so situational medication, or I get TMS treatment. And so also there is one spot of the treatment where sometimes it can cause irritability. So I think for me, just having that awareness so that way I can just like notice what factors are involved when I feel a little irritable. If it's just like, okay, it's dinner time, the kids are going crazy, I'm like tapped out, or is it like my medication's wearing off? So yeah, I'm just trying to have like more awareness of what is triggering that. So that way I could just be like more mindful and like, or just like allow myself to have that human experience.
Mm, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, Melissa.
Mhm.
Alejandra, you want to talk? You look so cozy over there. My hands are cold here. It's maybe 70 degrees, but I'm cold.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello,
Hello.
Gina. Nice to be here with you. I feel so peaceful, like listening to all of you, to the three, I mean, to the four of you. I'm very tired because I went to bed very late last night, so I might be a little bit like that. But yeah, during the week, I did a few times this thing. It was nice. It really immediately brings back to the present. Um, Still looking for some clarity. I feel changed. I'm working on my project, Gina, you know about it.
Mm.
And I've been procrastinating for years, and now I'm really focusing on that, which is parental coaching. I've been trying for years to put it online, and now it's strange because sometimes I don't manage to reach all my daily objectives. But the main difference that before I felt like totally overwhelmed by not doing, by not reaching, or like feeling guilty or feeling bad somehow about not doing enough, not reaching enough, etc. I still have this sometimes this little voice, but almost not. And that's really nice. Despite the fact that, okay, I don't reach everything or everything that I would like to, but the feeling is different. So I have more energy to work on it. So because I use it for something else. So it's a great feeling. It's
Mm.
still a work in progress regarding my project, but okay.
Yeah. So what
But the energy is different. Yeah, the energy is different.
yeah.
So
So
that's great.
Alejandra, do you think that what you're noticing is that you're not as distracted by the negative voices in your head? So you have more energy to focus on what you need to do. And then you're also giving yourself grace for just doing what you can and being in a more in flow than in stickler, hyperachiever, I have to get things done and this is how it has to be. Yeah, that's awesome. Great. So I do have some things to share with you today, but is there anybody that has questions about last week before we move forward? No, no questions. Okay, then I am going to share my screen and if I can find where it is, Google Chrome. Let's do that. Share. Oh, that's not it. Okay, wait. Where is it? No, 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 no. Okay, I know I have it here somewhere. There it is. Okay, yay, I found it. So let me Present. Okay, present. Okay, so week 2, this the sacral chakra. And this is what it looks like. Last week I showed you the root chakra we worked on is about safety and security and trust, basic trust. And I added in here the mantras of I am. So I'm rooted, I'm safe, I'm grounded. That is the I am authentic, I'm here. And then now we're on the second chakra, the orange one. And that is about I feel. And it's about sexuality and creativity and emotions. So it is associated to the reproductive area. Of course, that area, this where your second chakra is actually right about 2 inches below your belly button. And
Gina,
yes.
we can't see your screen if you're sharing. Not sure
Oh,
if you were if you meant to share, but we can't see it. But it's not a
oh,
problem, but just that you know.
I wonder why it's paused. Interesting. Okay, let me get out of this stop share. Stop share. And then share. Thank you for telling me. So I found it here. Share. And okay, can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. So let me go back to this part here. So wow, I don't know how I paused it, but thank you for telling me. This is what it looks like. So we're working on the second chakra, the orange one this week, and it's about feeling and emotion and our reproductive area. And this chakra connects to your ability to experience pleasure and essentially allows you to express your authentic self through creative outlets and healthy relationships. So, if you've worked with me before, I'm really big into frequency. And Dr. David Hawkins, who wrote the book Power versus Force, has studied the frequency of emotions, and we can measure it. So the lowest vibrating emotion is shame, and that can be measured at 20 hertz here on the chart. And then you can see the lower vibrations here end at around 200. And that's where your first empowered emotion of courage comes in. And the majority of the people on this planet are below 200 hertz because we've accumulated so much, fear and grief and shame and guilt and all of those things, anger. And so the secret to, I believe at least, the secret to living a happy, fulfilling life is to be aware of your frequency, because you control your thoughts, you control your emotions. So this is a representation of how we can expand in our consciousness. And if you see the lower frequencies are more constricting and they're destructive energy, then the higher ones are more of our creative energy, which we're talking about today, to be more expansive and more in joy and peace in our lives. So this is a great reference for you to know that where you're at, so that you can take back your power and raise your vibration.
Hey Gina,
Yes.
how do you know what frequency you're at? Like, how can one know?
Is that Tiffany talking?
Yeah.
I came back to see who was that. Okay, so many things. If you'd like, I could teach you one that you could do right now. Okay, so if you want, Tiffany, you can stand up, put your feet on the floor, like right parallel to your hips, get a good grounding in your stance. Okay. And then ask yourself, am I vibrating at a level of 20? Oh, okay. Is my vibrational frequency at 20? Your body will move back if it's a no, and forward, or then you can give yourself a range. So am I vibrating below 200? I would start there. Is my body vibrating below 200? And then just tune in. If your body moves backwards, it's a no. And if it moves forward a little bit, that's a yes. So that's how you can. Leanne, did you want to ask something? What if you're going like this?
It's like oscillating. It's like swaying. It's like, I think you're around 200.
Yeah. It's like a nod. Yeah. So that's one way that you can use. But if you have a pendulum or I have a pendulum here. You can use something like this, and you can ask, is my frequency above 200? And then well, first you have to build communication with your pendulum and ask, show me a yes, and it will show you what is yes. Show me no. No is back and forth. That's for me. So then I ask, is my vibration above 200? Is it, and then you can stabilize this, elbow against your body so that you don't have any, interference. And building your communication with this would be a great tool because it's a lot easier than the sway test. Yeah, because then you can get specific. So when you're working with me, I ask, is my vibration over 500? Yes. Is it over 550? No. Is it over 520? No. Is it over 520? 510? Yes. Is it over 515? No. So it's between 510 and 515? Yes. So that's how I develop my communication with my subconscious mind so that I can find out what frequency I'm at. And then if I'm low, if in my mind I'm low and I want to be higher than 200, then I can say, what emotions am I feeling that are keeping me in this vibration? Or what are my thoughts about, my experience of this moment or of this day that are pulling me down, basically. So you could do a self-analysis of what are the problems that could be shifted. And like we talked last week about your perspective being everything, right? So maybe there's something that you're looking at that you could shift your perspective on. For instance, Tiffany, your situation with your husband, I believe, partner, got it. Okay. So that could be like, am I looking at it from a sense of abandonment? Maybe I need to look at it from a different perspective. How can I see this differently so that it can empower me? So yeah. And then also that could add into helping you find more forgiveness of him and yourself so that you can move up in the vibration of being like, acceptance as well. Like, this is who he is. Am I going to be okay with this behavior or not? And if not, what are the courses, actions that would make me feel happier? And it could be, it doesn't have to be leaving the relationship. It could be, how can I get my needs met in another way? Like, maybe I need to go out with some girlfriends and go watch a movie. Maybe I need to be in nature. Maybe I need to turn on some music and dance. So being creative about what you can do instead of looking at it like a victim. Like, he's doing this to me. Like Diana, he's leaving his clothes on the floor because he knows I'm going to pick it up. Right? So that's the victim mentality. But being in the sacral chakra energy is about creativity. Like, how can I change what I'm experiencing so that I can be happy? That sound good? Okay. I'm going to take a swig of water. Okay. Oh, that was more than a swig, but okay. So back to the slide. Here we go. Sure. Okay. Yeah, so this is magic in my opinion. So when you're at a lower frequency, that's when physical problems happen. That's when you start to have migraines and different things like happen in your body. It's basically your body telling you you're not in alignment, and it pulls you back into it. You're noticing what's going on in your body, allows you to reconnect. Recalibrate and move in another direction so that you do feel happy again. That's all our bodies are really doing, is telling us there's something here. Pay attention. Okay. So like I was saying, every chakra, the location affects different parts of your body. So for the sacral chakra, it's the bladder, the kidneys, excuse me, the reproductive organs in the womb, the hip area, and the lower vertebrae, pelvis, and appendix. And when our sacral chakra is happy or in harmony, we feel more creative. We feel in touch with pleasure, passion, and desires. We're able to share and express our feelings in healthy ways. We can create and maintain healthy relationships and feel at peace with your abundance. So this is also the center for manifestation, because if you've ever studied manifestation, it's about emotion, right? So this is the chakra where you tune into the emotions and your desires, and you start to create from a space of elevated frequency so that you can materialize more that you want in your life. So this is the magic chakra. And this also affects your money relationship to cultivate this abundance and manifestation. Okay, but if the chakra is blocked or imbalanced, and also misaligned, because sometimes our chakras get out of alignment too. What you might experience is difficulty expressing your feelings, feeling cut off from how you really feel, and out of touch with pleasure. You hold unprocessed anger and shame, and your creativity is just stifled. There could be relationship and reproductive issues, and issues around money and abundance as well. And I think that's the last one. Okay, so that's the basics of the sacral chakra today. Do you have any questions? No? You guys are so attentive. Thank you. So I have a couple of things that I wanted to work on today. So first is women. You know, this area is so important for us, our hips and our this area, because we are we can be mothers, and even if we're not mothers, we hold this trauma energy from generations. Like our mother's trauma is in our hips, so it's important for us to move this energy. And one of the ways that I like to move it, I'll tell you. So in 2020, when my whole life fell apart, one of the things that happened was I fell into depression. And I was laying on the couch all the time. My energy was low. And how I got myself out of that depression was a knowledge of what I needed was joy. Like I was like, what's the opposite of depression? Joy, right? So for me, that was cranking up some music and dancing around my house. And that helped me a lot. And so I was, from the time I was young, from 5 years old, I started dancing hula, and that moving the hips, I did it from a young age. And now I want all of us to do this together. So stand up, we're going to do some hip rotations. And it's pretty easy. Like you just pretend you're in Hawaii and you're dancing hula, and just like, let me just go like this a little bit. So you get your hip out to the side, and then you bring it forward and back around this hip circle. Okay, in hula, we don't move our shoulders, but you can move your shoulders today. Do whatever you want. Just move your hips around. Yeah. And then rotate it to other side. There. So this really helps. If you want, you can put some music on at home, and this helps to move that energy inside of you. And then just, you can, even do like some figure eights where you push your hip out forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, like this. That helps too. There we go. That's it. So I give you guys a tool. You can wash the dishes and move your hips around. And it's super handy. The people that you live with will probably wonder what's going on. But it is important for us to get in touch with our sensuality and our essence, right? And as women, this is such an empowering feminine area for us to balance and to become in harmony with. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I have more. So I created, oh wait, let me make sure I hit everything so far. Oh yes, this is important. Okay, so this chakra is a yin chakra. So it is a feminine energy, right? But it's also connected to water. The element of emotions is water, right? So one of the practices that I like is blessing your water. So you can, when there's a full moon, you can get water and you can put the water in the moonlight with the intention that the energy from the moon will come and activate your water. And also, when you're drinking the water, you can bless it. So you could say, thank you for you. In fact, I used to put little post-its in my refrigerator on my water, and I used to say, thank you, water. So I would feel the energy of thought was on the water, right? So before you drink it, you can, as you're drinking it, you can say, thank you, water. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your, what you give to my body. And so that's something I wanted to teach you about blessing your water. And if you've never heard of, now I can't remember his name, Dr. Masaru, he's from Japan, and he was probably the first person to study the energy of water. Our bodies are mostly made of water, right? So that ability to bless the water that's going into your water will also help heal you. So Dr. Emoto studied, and also there's a Veda Austin. If you follow her on Instagram, she does science on water now as well. But basically, you can put an intention like love, like you can write out love, put it under the water, and you can bless your water that way. Or what they do for research is they freeze water with pictures and words, and when the frozen water comes back out, and it's like a different shape. Like you can see the good energy of a positive thoughts versus the energy of a negative thoughts. That the ice looks so different. So I invite you to study water because it's amazing and it can be such a healing tool for our bodies. Teresa's at the beach right now, and even going into the salt water is super helpful. One of the practice, I'm sorry I'm talking like this because I'm so cold. Like, wow, my hands are frozen. But one of the practices I love is going into the ocean, because salt water is so helpful for our energy body. So besides our physical body, we have this energy body. And actually, that's where we store the trapped emotions, and the negative belief patterns are all outside here in the field. So another thing is we can absorb the energy of other people. So if we're in toxic relationships or with people that are negative or pull us down, then that energy can sometimes stick on us. Like, so Leanne, I know that you're in Canada and you can't get to the ocean right now, but what you can do is get some cheap table salt, like the Morton salt, put it in the bathtub if you have a bathtub, or even if you don't have a bathtub, you can put it in a foot, like a little plastic bin. You can put your feet in the plastic bin. And if you're working at home, it's a simple thing that you could just sit with your feet in salt water. And that helps cleanse your whole field. So salt water has the ability to, it has so energy has colors. And the color of this salt water, not Epsom salt, because that's a different color. You want table salt water or salt ocean water. So that is green prana. And this kind of energy chops up the dirty energy. So it helps to get it clean. Yeah, Epsom salt's a different color energy. So yeah, good to know. But yeah, I'm glad I introduced you to the importance of water. And then also, this is such a great week for us to be talking about this topic, because tomorrow night is the new moon, the first new moon of the year, and also Chinese New Year. And this year is the year of the snake. And the snake is about transformation and getting rid of the skin, right? What do you want to get rid of? Tying into the sacral chakra, which is about rebirth. What are you wanting to replace this energy that you are ready to get rid of? That's the question, right? Like, what do you want to create? And also it's about detachment, detaching from things that don't make you happy. And also thinking about, you can even tie in the ancestral part as well, because even if we are not physically feeling a problem in our body, and there are connections to us that have. And so if we tie in the generations and the people of the shared emotions of the world, like it's just a beautiful time for us to transcend what's been keeping us suppressed. So, and it's not, healing doesn't happen just individually, it happens globally. So when we heal, our frequencies raise the vibration of the planet. And so tying all of this into the sacred energy, like the work that we do and you do in this practice of connecting to the sacred energy and releasing what doesn't serve you, so that you can start to embody what you do want in your life. It's really beautiful work. So yeah, so it's about rebirth and detachment as well. So a question to ask yourself too is, how can I use the sacral chakra to create? And this ties into Alejandra's project that she's working on, is how can I create from this space of freedom and movement and ease and flow? Because that's what the energy is about. So if you're ever feeling stuck, get up, move those hips around, start to really move that energy so that you can open up your creativity again. So that's a tip for Alejandra when she's, doing her thing. Yeah. And yeah, another thing is energy. Everything is energy. And like I said, we're water. So when we cry and the tears come up, that's just energy leaving our body. So when we experience an emotion, like when Melissa and I went to this breathwork this weekend and people could really just express themselves, just be gentle with yourself and realize if you cry during the movements of the hips and things like that, that you're just releasing. Just if you feel like laughing, laugh. If you feel like crying, cry. And just be, just let the energy out, no matter how it shows up for you. Okay. 11:11. Okay, time to do something fun and relaxing. And last week I was really inspired by your quietness after we did the releasing of the emotions. I was like, wow, they're so quiet. And then when Tiffany typed in relaxed, I was like, whoa, people don't even want to talk now. So I want to leave you in that space that you're happy and you're happy to be. And so if you feel like that, then that's great. So I am going to walk you through meditation visualization. And as you are laying quietly, I'm going to release the trapped emotions, and then I will leave you. So if you want to say anything now, then that's great, because I'm sure you're going to leave quiet again. Any questions or anything you want to say?
I just have a request. I know you sent us the replays, but the chakra image that you had on your slideshow, could you send that to us separately with like the
Yeah,
like
I
200
can. I
like
am.
200 and
Sure.
below?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you.
Okay, I'll send the replay with the chakras and the words. And did you want the
Yeah.
emotions as well, the emotion chart?
Yeah.
Okay.
That image that had like the chakras and the emotions.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really helpful.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so, oh, Alejandra wants to say something. No, but I can't hear you, Alejandra. You're still muted.
Like it was like not deep.
May I ask you a funny, but I mean, I don't know, a curious question. What color of underwear do you wear? I mean, in general, all of you. Yeah, because I mean, many women wear black underwear, and I don't feel it's it's super good for our sacral chakra. But as an alternative, I was just curious to share, like, if it's in white, black, or a red color. I mean, orange in this case. I don't know if where you can find it. It's just fun, but it's also very practical, right? To take care of our own chakras, especially this one. It's a curiosity that I have. If you are happy to share, or any suggestions, or how do you do that? If you were any, because that's also an option.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting thought, Alejandra, because yeah, it is, the colors are important, and I did mention that the frequency of color, right? And black is not a high vibrational color. If you wear black too much, it's not good for you. So don't wear too much black. But speaking of underwear and the sacral chakra, I think the most important thing is that we feel good in our underwear. So if it makes you feel sensual, and then that's the most important thing, is how you feel in underwear. Because sometimes it's black, sometimes it's different. I like colors myself, so yeah. But that's an interesting thought around the colors of that energy. Or no underwear.
Or no underwear, yeah.
Right.
Teresa wanted to say something, I think, right?
Yeah.
No, well, I actually was going to ask that. What if you don't wear any? I don't ever wear it unless I've got a little dress on. And then
Oh,
there's usually the color of my dress.
That's the
But I
best. That's
do,
the word.
but I do find that when I'm dressing in clothes, this sounds kind of crazy, but if I'm having a really down day, or I wake up feeling kind of down, I do literally go into my closet and find the brightest, most vibrant thing I've got. Because every time I walk by a mirror, then I'm like, oh, okay. It just, I don't know, it just feels like it makes me happy. And speaking also of the colors, when I see other people, like, like I was watching this woman walk through the airport, which everybody had their coats on, but she had this vibrant, bright, beautiful, colored coat. And I was just drawn to it. So I literally got up off my butt and walked over and told her, thank you so much for wearing such a bright color, because it just brings brightness into the whole, I'm sorry, aura, into all of our space. I don't know. So when you spoke of the color underwear, even though I don't wear them, I do, my clothing, I try to wear bright.
Yeah.
And when I want to feel more sensual or sexual, I do find myself wearing more black.
Mm.
I don't know why, and maybe red. I don't know. So I was curious if the colors, I guess they could affect us in all different ways, even not just our sacral chakra. Is that?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah. It's very nice to not to wear underwear. Indeed, I also, it happens. I also happen not to. I mean, not when I go to the office, because it's not very comfortable. But and to wear dresses, that's also very good for us as ladies. Huh? It's even nicer. But during daily, yeah, at the office and things like that, it's not very practical sometimes, depending on what kind of activities you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you,
Yeah,
Teresa.
great
Thank you,
question.
Jen.
Could I ask one more question?
Sure.
When we were talking about that grounding and the, sitting where, well, the video I watched where the gentleman said sitting on the grass and connecting to the ground. If you're sitting on a blanket, does that stop the energy? If you're sitting in blue jeans, does that stop the energy? I mean, do I need to go out there and sit naked on the grass? That's my question.
That's another good question, Teresa. You don't have to sit, you don't have to be naked, but if you want to, you go ahead.
No, well, I mean, I could wear a little dress and pull my dress up because nobody would ever know, right?
Yeah.
But I just
No.
didn't know if those things, if our clothing stops that energy from us connecting to that energy.
No, that's a great question though, Teresa. It's kind of, if you parallel that to energy work, like I can work with people on the other side of the planet and I don't have to touch them or feel them or be with them or see them because everything is energy. So when we especially set the intention, and another important part of healing is the intention that we set for healing. When we do that, then there are no boundaries. There's no space and time, right? That's one of the quantum physics laws, is there is beyond space and time. So we're able to just connect. I can connect with a person, another person's energy. I can connect with the earth. I can connect with the snow where Leanne is, you know.
Otherwise, we'd have to be naked all the time.
Yeah, that would be fun. So great questions. Yeah, thank you. I love this. And I love how we're just like creatively, this is definitely a creation that we're putting together. Like with our inputs, everybody's got like a question or an advice or a tool. And that's what this is, the importance of healing and community is, that we all do this work together. So it's really, really important.
What Teresa was mentioning, and of course what you talked about with the salt, I mean, I know I am a water person. I know my happy place and where I'm meant to live is by the ocean. I know that this is a temporary piece, but there's a lot of ahas going on in my brain why I feel so constricted. And when I was at the lake in the summer, things shifted. I mean, I'm bare feet, I'm in nature, I'm swimming in water every day. And now it's back into Winnipeg and cold and just feeling like layers and layers of black and everything. It's all contributing to what I'm experiencing. And when I think of one exercise one coach had me do is like, I go to your happy place, and I mean, it's vibrant and it's green and it's rich and lush and nourishing. And so needing to apply that to how I dress and what environment I surround myself in, particularly when I thought of the comment I said about being naked. I noticed that with my dog, like she does not like to go outside in a jacket, even though I need to do it for her own health and safety. But when I tell her she can go naked and no boots or anything, she's ecstatic and she's still rolling in the snow, even though I think it's quite chilly. Or even my experience at a nude beach. Like, yes, it's on the ocean. So there's that calming and like high energy vibe. But then when you add that everyone is naked, it is I'm missing the word. It's just, yeah, it's so nourishing.
That's a great word you chose, nourishing. Yeah, because really it's like no boundaries, no barriers, no, just authenticity and realness, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Leanne.
Yeah. Leanne, I wanted to say that I can already sense that your energy is moving higher from last week. And I'm sure everyone else here can sense that as well. Like she's seeming a lot more open and at peace. And isn't that beautiful that we get to witness this in each other? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is the next thing we're going to do. We might run again another 5 minutes late. We'll see. 5-10 minutes. We'll see how that goes. But what I would like you to do right now is to find a place where you can lay down. And this, let me explain how it's going to look. So you might need a pillow if you'd like to have a pillow under your knees, if that makes you feel more comfortable and kind of support your knees. But have you ever done this in yoga where you first you put your knees you put your feet on the ground and your knee is up, right? And then what you do is you put your soles of your feet together and you kind of butterfly your knees open so that your knees will actually be falling to the side, and that will open up your hip area. And so if you want to put a pillow underneath your knees, then go ahead and do that. And it's going to be a really short visualization meditation. You can turn your camera off if you want. And then how it's going to flow is I'm going to set the meditation, the visualization. Then I'm going to do the emotion code to clear the energy of the sacral chakra. Again, the intention is to clear the energy of the sacral chakra. And then I'll be bringing you back. And then you can go on your day. So probably about another 10-15 minutes here together. And I will send the recording because you might want to do this practice again. Okay. So go ahead and get comfortable. Okay, awesome. Okay, close your eyes and take a deep breath, deep cleansing breath in. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand. Hold it for a moment and then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing the tension. Feel yourself settling into the moment, fully present, safe, and supported. Visualize a warm, golden light at the base of your spine, grounding you to the earth. Imagine roots growing down from this light into the earth, anchoring you firmly. With every inhale, feel the stability of the earth beneath you. With every exhale, release any lingering stress or worry into the ground. You're deeply rooted and held by the earth. Now bring your awareness just below your navel to the area of your sacral chakra. Picture a glowing orb of orange light, warm and vibrant, like the setting sun. This light represents your creativity, joy, sensuality, and emotional balance. Take a moment to observe this energy. Is it glowing brightly or does it feel dim? Whatever you notice, allow yourself to observe it without judgment. With each breath, imagine this orange light expanding and growing warmer. Inhale and see the light grow brighter, filling your lower abdomen with warmth. Exhale and imagine releasing any stuck or stagnant emotions, fear, guilt, or shame. Feel them dissolve and drift away like leaves in the wind. If you notice a specific emotion or memory resurfacing, gently acknowledge it. Say to yourself, I release this with love and gratitude. I make space for joy, creativity, and flow. As this orange light continues to grow and radiate, feel its warmth wrapping you in safety and peace. Breathe deeply, letting this light remind you that you are held, supported, and loved. Now stay with your breath as I begin the process of releasing trapped emotions from your sacral chakra using the emotion code. With every exhale, let go of any energy that no longer serves you. Trust that what is released is leaving your body and energy field for good, creating space for new harmony and healing. Feel into the space of peace. Trust that you're safe here. Imagine your sacral chakra glowing brighter and brighter as it becomes freer, lighter, and more balanced. And now I will silently do the emotion code as you continue to imagine this energy coming into your sacral chakra and releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. Okay. Take a deep breath in and feel yourself grounded and whole. Exhale fully, releasing any last tension. So stay here wrapped in the warmth of your orange light, feeling peaceful, safe, and open to new possibilities. You are exactly where you need to be. Allow yourself to rest in this space as I continue. Or if you're feeling ready, you can open your eyes and stay here a little longer, savoring the peace. So wiggle your toes and your fingers and come back into this day. Alejandra might be sleeping. Maybe. Okay. With that, I will just leave you. You don't have to come back on camera if you don't like. I'll let you just continue to soak in this orange energy and have a great day in celebration of New Year, Lunar New Year, and the new moon. If you have any traditions. And Tiffany said, maybe we can wear yellow next week. Well, look, Tiffany, I'm wearing orange just for you. So I am trying to coordinate. I do have yellow next week. So we could do that. If you have some yellow, you can wear that next week. Yeah. Thank you all for this beautiful experience. And I will send you the replay so you can go ahead and listen to that again. Yes, whoosh. I'm gonna wish you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Everybody, have a blessed day, and we will see you in yellow next week. Take care.